What's going on, world? That's not good. What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36. And this is Big Games B.S., part of Den Media Group, presented by AlphaClinicalOnline.com. Alpha Clinic Online is a go-to website for all things. All right, my microphone, everything is working. All right, all things enhancement related, whether it be men, whether it be ladies. Oh shoot, we were talking about EMAC on last week's show on Friday. Was it Friday or was it? Oh, was that the one when I said I don't be mad except for when they be like, I think ugly people should be together.
I think it was when the girl was about to jump off the ledge because her boyfriend was cheating on her, and then
oh yeah, that's what we were talking about. Yeah. EMAC, that's right. I give EMAC a pass. That's right. That's what it was. Like, you can't even get mad at her. I give EMAC gets a pass. Still one of them. We got to have a discussion about one of them guys. It's been enough years. I've got questions. That need answering, but we won't talk about that on the air. But yeah, if you want to get opportunity to be able to get the best, what's up? No nonsense, my guy right there. Make sure y'all check him out. I can't do you in Georgia show today because we had punk ass pacified pussies in office. Even though I am a Donna Deegan fan, shout out to Donna Deegan, our mayor. I love Donna, but I don't think Donna made that decision. I am not one of those people who believe that every political decision is made by the person who's in charge. Sometimes it's the people under them. And I do believe in safety, but man, that last hurricane, it did knock out some people's power. It did, but football games should have been played. We didn't need to do some of the shit that we were doing. But now we got to play a game today. So you know what that means? I'm going to miss the beginning of Monday Night Football. Unless we go out and we handle our business, in which we did on Friday. Mandarin is not, we lost 2 in a row. And the best thing to stop the losing skid is the win. So we won by running blacks was running. We had 385 yards rushing. You know what? One thing I want people to say. I get we always got to find a silver lining and shit in life. And the school we played was Rockledge. And shout out to Brevard County. Because when I was done playing, I was riding around Brevard County in a bike like Debo and like working out, just trying to figure out the next thing that I wanted to do. It also people had some questions about this. Drew Brees didn't get me cut right away. I just believe he held that inside. I believe he should have expressed. I think the Christian in him should have given forgiveness, but he did not forgive me. But whatever. But Rockledge is good ball club. They said that they held Jamie French in check. I told my friend, I said, they gave up 385 yards fucking rushing. Like, why the fuck would we throw the ball? Like, throwing the ball wasn't working. Clearly, we just needed to run it. Like, you probably should have maybe had an extra guy in the box. Wouldn't have helped. Got some good ball. What makes me mad is when people talk shit, because I am an appreciative winner. I do talk my trash, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not a hater. But hey, that person's good. This person played well. But when you go out there and you start saying shit like that, then that makes me like, hey, man, come on now. Is this what we doing? Because now I got to shit on you. And I don't want to ever shit on nobody like that. Not if I don't have to. But anyways, though, my running blacks was running. We got to get our quarterback shit fixed. We'll get that fixed. For those who don't know, I coach high school. But this weekend had me do some things, do some soul searching. My son's team lost. I am proud of my son, though. He caught a pass. It was running. Got tackled pretty hard. I believe the back of one of his ankles hit his other foot. I think he had a slight contusion. He got up and he was limping. I'm like, hey, now the beautiful thing is that his father has done a lot of dumb shit in his youth. I've played with a slightly cracked jaw, which has fucked my jawline up. I still remember to this day who did it. Sam McGrew. And I won't tell you how, you know, later on in life, I found out that I got some get back on Sam, and I don't know how I got it. It's some shiesty shit, but I didn't do it on purpose. I no longer talk to that person anymore. It's some
Y'all might get some feedback. It might not sound as great for a little bit. Um, that was divine. Okay, forget that shit. I'm gonna. My son got that. That was divine intervention right there. That was the gods looking out for me. We're working on the actual microphone. We're using our backup mic right now, so it might not sound as great. Um, Anyways, my son got hurt. I walked through him. I walked him through the process. He was fine. He played through an injury. I was happy. They lost. Referees. I almost beat up a referee. A white hat. And yeah, I know it's low emotion. We're trying to fix that right now, Adrian. No, you want to give me Jada tonight until we get this one up?
It's not. It's the whole.
It's the whole roadcaster.
I mean,
It's just it sounds. Oh, because the mic. Because I just gotta project. Um, it's just gonna be sound like I'm loud as shit in here. Um, I don't know the name of the white hat, but it was a white man. It was an old white man. What was cool? Okay, so the game was cool because one of the sideline referee actually went to Madison County and he competed against me in high school. So we were talking, we were having a good conversation. We were talking about how good it was back in the day, and we were talking about crackback boxing, and there was a couple things. And one of our coaches got mad. There was some those boys down in Creek. It's kudos to their organization. They were playing very physical football, and we were too. And there's nothing wrong with that. So we were just discussing something, and then the white hat decides to come into our business. It's like I'm like, why are you in the conversation first off? And then he decides that he wants to come and tell me that I'm wrong, and I just need to tell him that he's right. And I said, bitch, who the fuck are you talking to? I was like, and then so I started, and then I looked, and my son was looking at me, and I was like, damn, I don't want to get kicked out of this game that I'm coaching my son on
and
and
whatnot.
whatnot.
So, but he kept being the aggressor, and the other guys were saying like they got the white hat because they was like, you don't know who you're talking to. He might whip your
He
ass.
might whip your ass.
But all of this transpired in the Florida State game. All of this stuff happened, and I decided that maybe I should go to church because something was got to give. The Jags stink. Florida State stinks. Mandarin was in a 2-game skid, but we won. And Florida State is going to. I knew Florida State was going to lose, but Florida State had lost already, but I had made it up in my mind. I have decided to follow Jesus to church. So I went to church. I even went in there. I tipped the pastor. A lot of y'all told me you're not supposed to tip the pastor. You call it tithes and offerings or something like that. But bottom line is a tip to pastor. I'm not going back, but I will go back. I told them there's some concessions that I will make to go back. They did not. It was very it was a white church. There's nothing wrong with the white church, but the church and praise is different a little bit. Like there was no thick. They don't do praise and work. They don't do dances. I needed the dances. I need a VIP section. They got a VIP section. I'm in there every Sunday. I want my communion and I want my juice. I don't want everybody touching my crackers. I want my own crackers and I want my own juice. And I would prefer that you don't have to be scantily clad because of the environment you're in, but they can wear leggings and they need to be thick and with a nice shirt that comes over there and treats us in my section. And they didn't have they did have an after church meal. I had to go to work though. I had to go watch the Jazz game, but I went to church and it was cool. It was kind of cool. It's just they really just where was the sick? Like I need more sinners in church. I think it'll be more fun. It'll fluff it up a little bit more. But anyways, went to church. Jags won. We'll talk into that a little bit more. But that was an interesting thing, extra experience. My baby boy wanted to know why do they just keep standing up and clapping. But I will take credit for the Jags' victory and their offensive prowess. Because before I was going to church, the Jags could not score over 24 points. Jags scored over 24 points. They needed Jesus in their life, and they needed that prayer. The tip for that pastor, I think really what God saw that and took it over to the next thing. So when y'all go to church, make sure a lot of y'all aren't paying your tithes and offerings. That's probably why Florida State sucked. So a lot of y'all Noel fans, y'all need to get y'all lives right with the Lord and make sure things are going good. All right, next thing. This has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with a game, but this was at FAMU was Alabama A&M's homecoming. Shout out to FAMU, best team in Tallahassee right now. There's a meme or a sound, and I know again it's that word, but it's funny when you use it the right way. And the guy, it was a person. He took some. I heard it the first time when he took like the not the crust. What do you call that? The skin from Popeye's fried chicken, right? And he took the red beans and rice from Popeye's and he scooped some into the skin. And then he like folded it up like a fried chicken skin burrito. And he bit into it. And the person says, "Never have I ever been out naked. And I vow to not be out naked again." I have never been out colored or out big backed. But I don't know. Can we blow this up a little bit more? Because this needs to be seen. And I need to try this. And I'm going to tell you this. We got one more tailgate, more than likely, unless these boys act right and win. Then we'll do a Thanksgiving tailgate for the UF. But I need a grill. And we got the sausages. And we got the honey bun. Do y'all see that honey bun on that grill? Like, I'm intrigued. Like, what I really think they should have done, in my opinion. But this takes a lot of prep work. What if we slice the honey bun, right in half, and you still grill it down, but grill it, make sure the glazed part isn't on the grill, but like just the little bread part. And then we take we take half of one of them sausages, and then you wrap the sausage in there, and you make a honey bun sausage sandwich. My A1C is like at 500 just watching this. But that looks delicious. People were knocking this, but I don't think we should knock this until we try. We have done an experiment. Because who of you have not heated a honey bun once? Or if you don't take the honey bun and smash it a little bit, like flatten it out some.
I don't think anyone eats more honey buns than I do.
And none of y'all look like, I can promise you, I've seen some of y'all. None of y'all look like Miles. None of y'all look like Miles.
Yeah, I eat honey buns literally every day.
If I have faith in not y'all women, not the ladies who listen to the show, but if I had faith in womankind and y'all friends, I would literally tell y'all y'all need to date this guy. This guy's a good guy. Jaden says he has a girlfriend. We're not going to influence him yet. We're not going to influence him yet. But yo, what I'm saying is, actually, speaking of girls, and I don't want to get in trouble, but RJ, do you still date that same crazy ass Spanish girl?
I forgot. RJ's here. Oh, what's
yeah,
up,
RJ Saunders, my well-made chicken dude. RJ had that crazy. RJ, boy, I'd have cussed RJ. We almost said, let me tell you how good me and Denny were. How great. And one dude said one person's mom said we was influencing him to do the wrong. We had a high school intern. Had no idea. His name was Robert Owens. Not this Rob Owens, but it was another one. No, it wasn't Robert Owens. It was Robert Kemp. The motherfucker, I Googled, I like this guy listening to sports talk radio at night. What high school senior do you know listens to sports talk radio at night? I just knew that was an old ass white man that wore a polo shirt with Dunlap disease and khakis, and not the cool khakis, but the khakis that are almost like capris with all the pockets. What do you call them? Cargo khakis. And his mom said we were a bad influence, and that's what made him stop. And she said we were picking on him. When we was not now one, he's changed his life since the last time I saw him. He's got a girlfriend. He worked out. He lost all that. He can do more than one push-up. I never heard a man scream like that doing a push-up. It was terrible.
He screamed.
It was like, it was weird. It was weird. And we did it live on air. Like this was back in the early days of sports then. When we was wilding. He got a girlfriend. He didn't just go from no girlfriend. He went to 2. I said, hey,
oh wow,
that's a lot, brother. Pace yourself, son. And one of them was lesbian. I said, brother, you don't start out this dating journey with a lesbian, dog. You gotta go. You gotta but anyways. Now he's a good guy. He still listens. He still follows me on social media. But we and he got dating advice from Malik. The D tackle from Florida, the D tackle that played at the Jags. Damn, I can't think of his name. He was a $90 million man. Like we were telling him how to enhance his game.
Okay.
Like, don't just go out there. You're a regular dude who has opportunities that regular dudes don't have. Malik Jackson, thank you. I was like, you can talk Malik. You can call Malik Jackson on the phone. You can say once a week, I talk to Malik Jackson. When you're a high school kid, ain't nobody else like that in your circle.
Right.
You could go. I said we could do all these different things. So I said I'm hyping all this up to say what we was going to do for RJ for Christmas. I think it was Christmas. It was one of them high anniversary. It was something like that. It might have been VD. It was VD. Girlfriend was a Knick fan. At the time, Denny got to know this guy by the name. You've heard him in a rap song before. My favorite rapper talks about him all the time. Shout out to World Wide West. Everywhere we go, he leaves a worldwide mess. He worked with the Knicks. Man, we was about to go get a Knick jersey signed. We was finna do all of this stuff. And then he said something, and I had to pause because I don't believe in doing the extra shit for girls who doing the extra shit. And she got mad at him. I was like, man. And then we asked the question. That's when I found out she was Hispanic. I said, oh, you got a crazy old bitch. Sorry about that. I don't know if you're still with her. That's just how I talk. I do not mean she's a bitch in a derogatory manner. I use bitch like an exclamation. I use curse words as exclamation points. So, anyways, this is what we do for people. When Jaden's ready to explore, we're gonna make sure we hook him up. Miles, if y'all have a good, solid, I want a good Christian woman, not the one that read the book all the time. The ones who read the book and go to church because she got to cleanse herself. That kind of Christian woman or Catholic. We need one that she goes to church and she is on the. That also happened. So I'm sitting in church minding my own fucking business, right? I got my killer here. Trey's supposed to sit next to me, right? Trey goes and leaves me to go hang out with his friends. So, fuck Trey. And Killer big boys me. You know how he big boys me? He takes the end seat. I'm supposed to have it, but it worked out because there was another man, a black man behind him. And the way the seats go, it's like they go down and then they raise up for the pulpit. But like, I don't want to be sitting in between another. Like, even that's why I don't sit in in my seats, because I have a thing about sitting in the I don't want to be sitting between another man's legs. So I'm just like, it's cool. So I bumped over to, because I thought Trey was going to sit here. So I bumped over. His wife was there, his girl. And I came over. I sat in my own. Then comes this long leg, brown skinned girl with an afro, and sat right between me and Killer. And I'm like, who? She doesn't. And this is the crazy part. Adrian, exactly. Like that, Adrian. That's what we need for Miles, because we've seen you at the tailgates. We know. But this chick sits right between me and Killer, doesn't say anything. Just comes in and like that's her. I don't know this woman.
Who sits between a man and a baby?
Right. She didn't look at it like, you know what? That's kind of weird. Why would the child just be here with the gap? She didn't ask questions. You know what she didn't say? She didn't say good morning. She didn't say welcome, Jesus loves you. She didn't say anything. She just sat right there. And I thought only black people talked in church and in the movies. But like apparently I don't want to say, fuck it. The weird white people do. Like there was this couple, like the pastor said, I need y'all to be perfectly quiet. They're having an entire fucking conversation. And now also, ever since I found out that white people shoot in church, when I go to church or any places, I make sure I exercise my Second Amendment rights. Because I don't want to be, that's the last place I want to be. Like, because then it's going to mess up people's mind. Like, I'm paranoid. This fat white dude left from the left side of the church and then went all the way to the right side, and he kept fidgeting with his bag. And it got me, I was paying attention to the pastor through the noise of the old couple in front of me. But when I saw the fat dude, he kept saying random loud shit. It kept fidgeting with his bag. And like he would open his bag, slam it, and do all these other different things. I started thinking like, you know what? This is why I don't go to church. There wasn't no hoes. There was no alcohol. You got fat white people saying random shit. And then the pastor the pastor was, shout out to him and shout out to University Christian. That's where my son plays ball at. And that's where the church was. He was like, he's trying to say like, we don't need y'all. We need more cool people in church. He didn't necessarily say that, but he was saying, when you think, why should somebody like me go to church? I got to clean my life up. He's like, nah, that's what we want in church. Right. You're the type of person we need. But you're not doing this the right way. Everything is marketing, everything. I mean, and the problem with me, ever since I've gotten into the media side, I know when I'm actively being recruited and marketed to. The songs, I've said this before and people got upset with me, but gospel influences R&B. And it's literally the same thing, just except for gospel, everybody sings to the same thing. Like,
Jesus, God.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, but South Park did a great episode on it. South Park did a great episode on it, right?
Yeah.
I want you to take the song lyrics of your favorite R&B song, back it up a little bit, and make it to God. And then I want you to take one of your favorite praise and worship songs, and then I want you to sing it as if you're singing it to somebody that you love. And I promise you, you cannot tell the difference. That's really where your emotions are coming from. It's not the song per se or the lyrics or who you think you're singing it to. You're literally singing to make love to Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
Like, love has 30 different definitions in the Bible, man.
Good old Catholic song. Not my Latin scary horror film Catholic song.
Now, not the hymns, because them hymns was about something. Like, But then you find out that a lot of those hymns that we sing were like code for slaves when they want to run away. So it had a little bit of stuff, but like when you think about it, like was it not a second, not another minute, not an hour of another day, baby. But at this moment, with my arms outstretched, I need to make a way to come to you. As you have done, ooh, girl, as you have done so many times before. When I look at you in that mirror or through an open door, I will stretch my hands to thee. Baby, come rescue me. I need you right away. That would be a cold ass love song. Except Smokey was singing to Jesus. Suddenly, I feel the need to pull you close to me, Jesus. But I'm not sure if I'm ready. God, give me some kind of sign to tell me that you're mine. And I'm ready to explore every part of you. That song is called Naked. Baby, tonight I want to see you naked. It's a great song. I refuse to not listen to R. Kelly. He ain't mess with my kids or my daughter. You know what my daughter would never do? Spend the night at R. Kelly's house when she was 15. All I'm saying is stop sacrificing these kids and we can get good music. And I bet you don't know this. All your favorite R&B, all your favorite Christian songs, you know who probably wrote them? I'm telling you, just listen, man. Primo on Bended Knee. Imagine Boys to Men going gospel. Can we go back to the days? Like just all that passion and Wanye moving his head and shit. Anyways, though, bottom line is that was I forgot about that with church too. What's the oh yeah, that was the chick who showed us the somebody posted this. This is an MFTK moment. Both side UConn. This is wild. Wife asked our 13-year-old to carry something upstairs for her. He said his legs were sore from the football game. She asked, why are your legs so sore? When you ran the ball, you got tackled for loss. You didn't run anywhere. You went backwards. God dog. Tell you, man, this is what we need. That's going to be a tough SOB. I love that, man. We need more strong women like that in our life. Interesting moment here, college football league. This is on 3. Some kids got around because again, I believe we skipped the wrestling thing. Damn, there's so much other wrestling stuff. Can I get y'all to guys stop sending me Nia Jax stuff? Please don't, but also at the same time, please. Like she wilding right now, dog. She you ever seen a woman operate in her femininity or her sexuality and it just starts oozing everything?
Oh, she's going hard.
Oh man, she had her leg jacked up and she was like popping. I'm like, man, come on, brother. Like and people keep every time they show something, they tag me in it. I do like Nia. I also like Jade, guys. There's other female wrestlers. Share the love. Unless y'all are trying to get me and Nia actively together so that we could create a mutant. Because, man, she's Samoan, right? Is she one of them? Oh, yeah, that's right, because she related to The Rock. Or, no, she's not. She's probably not. It's just, they related because they Samoan. That's like Trey's friend, EJ, who's Panamanian. He's the only other half Panamanian in Jacksonville. But and so they cousins. But a Power 12 conference, 72 schools. And this is how they would do. They would do it. Power 12 regular season, 13 games over 15 weeks, 6 or 7 home, 6 or 7 away, 5 divisional games, 6 non-divisional games. Prior seasons, top 36 schools earn a 7th home game. I like that. I'm feeling it. It's giving you reason to win. I'm liking this. The conferences are geographic proximity, historic rivalries, in-state rivalries, and looking back on something that fans refuse to do, looking over the entire historical history of these universities. Because a lot of y'all are so microwave and so short-sighted that you forget that you think, well, it was me. We've always sucked. Bitch, we just won a natty in 2013, dog. And we were in it. We were in the first ever college football playoff. We won an ACC championship after that. Like, it stinks right now. We aren't looking great, but like, man, go to Alpha Clinic online and have some fucking pride. Let your nuts drop. Stop being a bitch. East. Boston College, Maryland, Navy, Notre Dame, Virginia, Virginia Tech. I don't like that one. That conference seems too easy. Number 2, Mid East. Cincinnati, Penn State, Pittsburgh, Rutgers, Syracuse, West Virginia. A lot of boring football. Great Lakes, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Michigan State, Northwestern, Purdue. It feels like these conferences are set for one team to win. Iowa, Midwest, Iowa State, Minnesota, Nebraska, Ohio State, Wisconsin. That one right there could be a little bit more competitive. The Carolinas, Clemson, Duke, NC State, North Carolina, South Carolina, Wake Forest. The Mid-South, Alabama, Auburn, Kentucky, Louisville, Tennessee, Vanderbilt. Southeast, this is bullshit. Florida, Florida State, Georgia, Georgia Tech, Miami, UCF. Hey, man, what the fuck did we do to these college students, man? The South, LSU, Arkansas, Houston, Memphis, Mississippi State. Have y'all heard this? What conference sounds like it's not like the others? 9, the Plains, Colorado, Kansas, Kansas State, Missouri, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State. Texas, the Texas Conference. Baylor, SMU, TCU, Texas, Texas A&M, Texas State. Southwest, Arizona, Arizona State, Cal, State. Okay. Okay. All right. Now it makes more sense now. California, Stanford, UCLA, USC. Because I'm like, Cal and Stanford are not Southwest, but whatever. West, BYU, Oregon, Oregon State, Utah, Washington, Washington State. They need to flip some of that stuff with those two. I like their line of thinking. I like where it's going. Unless the Southeast gets guaranteed 2 teams to go to the playoff, this is bullshit. Like, because in there, no matter how bad it is right now, at any given point, 2 of those teams are going to be really, really good. And probably consistently, all 3 to 4 have been good to decent. 3 to 4 have been good to decent. Where in these other ones, like, no, that's some bullshit, man. Like, you're literally trying to eliminate what makes college football great. Hey, man, I'm gonna ask this question, dog. As a grown man at 10:22 in the morning, how many of y'all like wake up and just say, I'm finna troll somebody? Like, man, go brush your teeth. You just got done dropping the kids off at school, man. Like, wait till 12. Get a good solid breakfast and lunch in before you come in here and you start doing this shit. And for what reason? Like, no, not in there. It wasn't in the chat. My guy Seymour. And I say things like, see, the problem is I try to diffuse situations and I say things like my guy. Because I don't dislike the person. But like, somebody hit me up last week about Reigns with a tweet that I tweeted when my team at Mandarin was fully healthy. By the way, I did not initiate that. Somebody came talking shit to me about Mandarin and Reigns. And I said we would mercy rule them bitches. And I still believe that if we was fully at strength. But we're not. Man, Reigns is having a good season. And instead of enjoying their good season, you decided that you wanted to come to somebody like me when the goal is, as I've always said, is to win state. I don't want to be the best person in Jacksonville. Nobody does except for Jacksonville motherfuckers. I don't wake up at any time in the morning. Do I wake up and just say, you know what? At least before I have to finish my coffee before I troll you. I got shit to do. Like, do we have enough transfer portal data to do this? Seymour is a Florida State fan that has hated Florida State when they're winning as much as he can. You have never been happy. I will not respond to you. I'm not going to respond to you. You can at me. I'm not going to block you because I like you. You can at me all you want, but I'm not going to respond to a person that has never been happy at any given point in their life because you want Florida State to beat Georgia. Because you have this unhealthy obsession with Kirby Smart's penis. Kirby is doing well. But for most of your life, because it's been for most of my life, Georgia has been mid. They are not now. And guess what? So what that should do is it should give you hope that Florida State will get out of it. Or they will fire Mike. Why do y'all care more than people who have ever played? See, this is what happens. When you've actually played and you've done something with your life, you know who doesn't do this? What's my guy's name? Big George Foster. Because George played at Georgia, and he didn't win nothing at Georgia, but he's happy that Georgia's winning. And just chill out. Florida State stinks. You know what? You were right. You have said it's not sustainable for 3 fucking years, and finally you're right. You're Noah. Congratulations. For 100 years, you said it was going to fucking rain, and then it finally rained, and now you get to cheer. Bitch, but get your ass in the fucking boat before you drown like everybody else. Because guess what I've been doing? When we're winning, I'm living. Because you know what it does at the end of the day? Abso-fucking-lutely nothing for my day except for talking. I will not allow you to fuck up my hairline or my skin. I've got great skin. My hairline is, it's getting there. It's getting there. I got a couple more mango seasons before I have to go with the baldy, and then I'm gonna wear the hat and have the beard. Because the beard and the hat can change a lot of things in your life. But I don't kick people out. I like people voicing their opinion. But damn, dog, at 10:30 in the morning, I got shit to do, like try to meet people like Jimmy Sexton and like other things to do. Like this platform I'm here to tell you this, guys, for real. Dead serious. If very few people get paid to troll, you got to be really fucking good at it. And the problem with trolling, it means you need to. Now, you know who's really good at trolling? My dog, Big No. Big No, the best. I ain't never seen nobody have the. He has the algorithm figured out. But I'm not going to go back and forth with you, dog. I'm just going to say congratulations. That's all I'm going to say. What did my dog, my spirit animal, Marshawn, used to say? Like, thank you. What was his name? Something. I know he said I'm here so I don't get fined, but what was the next thing that he said? It was just something. It was something crazy. It was just didn't make any sense. Because I'm going to answer every question the same way. Hey, man, listen, dog. TY, my dog T to the TY. And you know what he does? He gets paid. He does get paid. But, like, you know, when you at somebody who doesn't troll, what do you want from them? Like, does that just say, like, is it like, real talk, men? I need my men to answer. This is a man question. Is it like raising your hand in class? Is that the feeling you get? Like, oh, teacher, answer me. Because I haven't done that since, like, I was in 12th grade. In college, you don't. Like, my teacher, I had the big classes. And then even when I went to the small classes, I still did. I didn't show up. They just cared that you did your work. Nah, it wasn't that part. It was another one.
He's gonna answer every question the same. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, but I know he did. I'm just here so I don't get fined. But then he did another one. I just can't remember it. But anyways, though, man, shout out to that. I just saw he just hit me up. Let's go to the next thing. But y'all tell me what y'all be wanting when y'all be adding me. I'm like, dog, it's 10:30. I wasn't even looking for you. I don't go looking for I go looking for my kids. And that's about it, dog. Wrestling influences everything, including Nia Jax influences my thoughts. But check this right here and tell me this isn't kind of cool. Because it was a great, all in all, Florida State is not doing well. But it was some good football this weekend, man. Like, you can get lost in the sauce if you're not paying attention to that. If that's all you care about, bro, Y'all should have probably tried to get a scholarship because I played there and don't give a fuck as much as y'all do. Now watch. This got to be a wrestling move. Like when he did that, like I wonder, like I'm finna fuck the game up with this one because most people like are diving to try to get the big hit, but like he did a front flip. That's what made me mad. You can't. I don't ever want another man to grab me by my waist. He grabbed him by the waist and did that. And I thought that was kind of funny. Just me. Maybe y'all didn't see the humor in it. It was a lot of big hits this weekend too, by the way. And whatnot. But see crazy updates. Oh, so play this first. Now, do I need to actually? We're gonna play it and then you'll figure it out yourself. Hopefully, it never mind. It says it in it. Damn, gotta take the sound off. You might have to refresh it. The fuck is IG got going on? I hate IG. It's two adults right now begging for my fucking attention, man. See more of my daughter. One is acceptable.
The Georgia Bulldogs last week, and I guess we thought we were hot shit.
All right, hold on, man. I just play it right here.
Lost to one of the worst fucking teams in the SEC tonight. The Tide beat the Georgia Bulldogs last week, and I guess we thought we were hot shit. Anyways, Vanderbilt is a team we normally beat by 50 points, but Diego Pavia transformed into Drew Brees tonight. The guy absolutely torched us, completing 80% of his passes, and the Commodores completely smashed us in the run game. Man, I left the Washington Huskies because I wanted to challenge.
Hi there, parents. Have you ever dreamt of your child?
The fuck? How did that? What the hell happened?
Hi there, parents.
Oh my goodness! It just shifted from. Anyways, bottom line, fuck. Maybe that's just whatever, man.
And I guess we thought we were hot shit. Anyways, Vanderbilt is a team we normally beat by 50 points. But
we're just having all kinds of technical issues today.
What's this? Clonos?
It's a joke. It's a joke. So this is not him. He's not saying this for real.
Oh, okay.
But people in the comments, obviously, this is why AI is stupid. People believe anything. And like what's scary though is the voices are getting closer.
Yeah, I mean,
like that's because we do actually have his sound from that press conference. Which if you click on all of those things from the week, the crazy upsets. Yeah. So here is the sound from it. Yeah, that was funny. Oh, did I we found out who Pavia is on last Friday's show. He terrorized us at Boise State.
Oh, really?
He was Boise State starting quarterback that beat Florida State at home.
Oh, wow.
there's some things that we're going to look back on tomorrow and be really frustrated about. Like talking what ifs, and that's going to be the situation we're going to be dealing with tomorrow. But the guys in the locker room just talked about there is only one option. It's to move forward. It's get back to work. I feel we got a great football team. We weren't at our best today, and we're going to find out really how much we care about each other and what it looks like moving forward. So we've been tested in different ways, really a lot of the games here this season, and this is a different type of test for us now in our response. There's some things that we're going to look back on tomorrow and be really frustrated.
This is what basically Vanderbilt's entire football team looked like after they were partying all night, getting all kinds of strange action from co-eds. I know it was lit. Again, another one of those great football movies about high school. Everybody's had this. Well, I had this one right here. It's when they saw the teacher. That was the funniest part. She was out there stripping. Like, I thought it was realistic then, highly unrealistic now. What teacher would strip that close to their where they work at? Like, come on, a fucking 10. Go to the next thing. We gotta make sure I keep it on this. Yeah, this one right here. So again, looking for this is why message board. This is why people should not have voices. But message boards give them that. Cut that stupid music off at practice. Everyone is too lax. We're choreographing dances, posing for pictures on the sideline, and the captain is having a meltdown on the field. Dober better rein it back in quick, or it's about to snowball. We're starting to act like Colorado, not Alabama. Podcast and penalties. PNP. Act like you've been there before. We have a huge mental discipline issue going on with the coaches and the players. By the way, Womack is a joke. He sounds like a high school coach in all his interviews. And we found out last night he couldn't stop a high school offense. We need to back like Saban. Y'all do real like this is what FSU message board sounded like with Tag. Ironically, Mike plays music in his practices too. Guys, music is played in practice now. I don't know if y'all realize this. It's played in the NFL. Like, you do not go through it's boring. Like, it is very quiet in a boring ass practice, man. Like, I promise you, nobody listening to Future's March Madness did not stop them. Or was it Boss Man D-Lo or BX the plug? That did not stop them. That is not what made them lose to Vanderbilt. And if you think that's what caused them to lose, right? Do you think that maybe last week that's what caused them to win? Like, because there's no consistency in your logic. You're just mad and you want to scream. What if they played good country music like the way God intended it to? Like, it's always blame rap music and dances. Because I know what you're insinuating, because you're not talking about the achy. You want to ban the electric slide, but you don't want the achy breaky heart band, which is the same exact dance, by the way, if anybody doesn't know that. To me, my learning of white culture, it's like, I think if people took more time to learn instead of hating the other shit, learn it, you'll probably have more fun. But then again, that's what happens when you get too much seasoning on your tongue. Go to the next thing. I think we got one more, a couple more things that not that one yet. One more over. This is the beautiful thing about games like this in college football. Losses happen. Vandy fans, they tore down the goalpost, and they have they did a map of where the goalpost went 3 miles down the river. And you just like see this as it's going down.
Wow. They have a graphic and everything. Oh, that's cool. I mean, though, like,
I know it got weird in Nashville. And you know what? I don't blame these people. Like, one, you ever hear the people say with protesters, we'll just run them over if they're in the way blocking traffic?
Oh my gosh, what an awful thing to say.
Oh, but people say it all the time. They're like, why did they riot? Why did they destroy property? Well, they're angry. This is what people do when they're happy.
Right, and that's definitely destroying.
They're happy, they destroy property, and look what they're doing. I would be pissed if I was not a Vanderbilt fan.
Right.
I'm just trying to get home, and I can't get around because a bunch of young, drunk college students are in the middle of the street. It's kind of tongue-in-cheek joke right there. It happens. People only act like it's weird when they can't understand it.
White people do it too. Look at y'all.
That's what I'm saying. And you do it. The scariest part of all of this is you do it when you're happy.
Right.
So just
happy
like
about something a bunch of black kids did.
Yeah, which is the wildest part. But it's another video. I think that go to the next one.
Yeah, arms got to get tired. Are you switching shifts?
Raymond, forget that. They had to get it out the stadium.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if people realize how big a goalpost is. How high up the goalpost goes. They got the whole thing. Like, You don't like. There's some like you gotta some. That means you had to flip it to the side and get it out of there. It's just crazy.
Yeah, they have to break it apart.
No, that's like, but that's the whole. The bottom of it's broke. That's the whole thing.
Oh wow.
Look at them. These people. This man is on. This taxi driver right now is on the clock. This person, he told the person, I'm going to get you to your destination in 15 minutes. This is what GPS tells me. And then this happens. Do they, Miles, you driven Uber, do they pay you extra when stuff like this happens? Or is it like the fare is the fare that was agreed upon?
It's such a nominal amount, it doesn't matter because you're wasting gas sitting in traffic anyway.
That's crazy. That's wild. I love it though. This is the last one right here. Good old movies that just sum up the way everybody's feeling. This is what Dover told the Alabama Crimson Tide football players in the locker room after the game.
When you were a baby in your crib, your father looked down at you. He had but one hope. Someday my son will grow to be a man. Well, look at you now. You just got your asses whipped by a bunch of goddamn nerds. Nerds! When you were a baby,
you know what's ironic about this? Scroll. I want us to. This is clearly an 80s movie. I don't know when it was made, but it's clearly an 80s movie. Scroll up a little bit. Go back. Right there. Right here. What's funny, they have A's on their shirt. So that makes it even more hilarious. Those are men, heterosexual men, who are dressed like women. And nobody in the 80s said that they were being, this was a shaming tactic by the Illuminati.
Oh, I get so tired of that.
Nobody said that this is the effeminization of men. Hollywood is trying to make your son gay. All you motherfuckers who say Hollywood trying to make your kids gay, watch this shit. You lived through this, bro. But now it's gay. It's gay now. What did your granddaddy and them say to you when this was coming out? Dad, I want to go see Revenge of the Nerds where a bunch of dudes dress up like girls and get their asses whipped by nerds.
Right.
Logic. This is what I'm saying with the show. The problem I have with people is you know what you did? It's like I always like that. Damn it. BMF made me re-like this song called You Can't Stop the Rain because the main character would just come up and I just started thinking like, you can't catch the game. You can't catch the game when it starts to pour. You can't, you know what? Again, I'm telling you guys, you can say it's scientific fact. It is a conscious decision to suck a dick.
Right. Grow up. That's an immature way to.
But you know what I've learned? What I've learned, especially when I see people. But the funnier part about this is Ryan Williams is really, really good. The 17-year-old, he do like that paint nail shit. He is very sassy.
Right.
The comments, everybody likes the sassy salamander shit. But it is what it is, man. Yeah. Plus, if you've been, Miles has talked about it being up in the Northeast.
Yeah.
Sure. I've been around enough white people. White people play gay games. Yeah. And they joke gay. And I don't know if they're gay for real. You know why I don't know if they're gay for real? Because I'm not joining in. I have no intention of doing any of that stuff. Like, it's just nobody can, unless you're at a Diddy party, apparently, nobody can force you to participate in those things. I mean, but nobody can force you to participate in a Diddy party either.
Women weren't even allowed to act when the art form first started. Like,
oh man, when you go back to Shakespeare, all these plays that they made us read. Do you realize Romeo and Juliet was men acting? I swear, guys. I swear, y'all were not. It's a skit from Big John and them. All my friends are stupid, and they talk about. But now they talking about. Okay. I seen two Mises.
Yeah.
Excuse me. All right. So what you telling me? If I got 2 houses, them not hisses? And he said this thing that was so poignant. Like, I don't understand it. Like, we were all in the same classes. Like, what were y'all doing? Like, he's like, you always act like you smarter than us. Like, but you I'm just all I'm saying is, guys, is like, we literally all, like, if you're in America, especially if you grew up in Florida, if you're in America, we all took history. You all took U.S. history. You had to take English. You had to take English lit. You had to take all of these different things to graduate, man.
Do you look at what's the statue of David, and think the guy who sculpted it must be gay?
Michelangelo, like, he went into great detail, sculpted the penis.
It's art. It's art. Just let it be.
Like, not even just that, they painting dicks, they doing all this other different stuff, man. Again, Charlie Murphy broke it down. This era right here, in the 80s was in judging the era, you know? Dude, the most like a bitch was getting on bitches. Prince out here with assless chaps. I guarantee you, none of us got the bodies that he been through.
Yeah.
He was bang. Michael, I'm telling you, everybody think Mike Jack was a gay pedophile. Go look at Mike Jack's history. Mike Jack had the bad, like what he did to that Puerto Rican Grammy nominated lady when he went over there and just on the cheek, That bitch melted, dog. They had to mop the floor after she had that, and you guys can't get a bitch wet. But this man was the gay. There's a dude they call gay. Walks in a room, all the bitches moist. Women talking about girls as hoes now. They ain't throwing drawers on stage no more like they did during your era. That's the most hoe shit I've ever seen. You pulling off your panties. Your grandmama threw panties at Luther. And Teddy Pendergrass, coldest motherfucker ever in the game. Go find out how he got paralyzed. Who he was with. None of y'all can go, oh! None of y'all can hit that note like that. Always talking about these young boys. Meanwhile, your whole day ruined by a bunch of 17 to 22-year-olds in tight-ass capris, sweating and glistening, hitting each other, rubbing on each other, chasing balls.
Right.
That's gay. Have you ever played quarterback under center? You know how gay that shit sounds? Like when the coach has to tell you how to receive the snap, where your fingers got to go?
We're just saying. You know
I promise you can't catch the gay, dog. I promise it won't happen to you unless you want it. Or unless you go to some of these churches, apparently, where pedophilia runs rampant. The bitches in the bathroom ain't fucking your kid. It's the youth pastor.
Right. It's other conspiracies you need to
it's real shit. Like, is the government really sending us hurricanes? Okay, I can get down with that one. I saw some conspiracy theory. I swear to God, dog. And I would just say, man, we are fucked as a country. The dude said, I think it's a Democratic conspiracy that the hurricanes only come in November around election time.
Gosh. Oh my God, that was kind of funny.
When I said,
oh, you know this person in real life.
Like, they sent it to me, and I was like, you're lying. And then they sent me the IG thing, and I said, they're lying. I said, no way. There's no way you think like that. Like, it's called fucking hurricane season.
Yeah,
and in the hurricane season, it's just...
That would assume we could make anyway.
It's like the ticket. I don't know what's going on. The way you fucking people think, sometimes it just...
I got a conspiracy. I think love language is a conspiracy.
Oh, that love language
to get
book?
women to annoy the fuck out of me.
Oh, women don't.
My God,
women
so
are the smartest.
Love language.
They call women first and foremost, all things in literature. Women are called the fairest sex. That's one.
As they are.
In the Bible, all the effeminate terms women don't have. Let patient show her work.
Mm-hmm.
What woman do you know that is patient consistently? I want it now. The only time they patient is if they're trying to trap you. They will patiently wait, and then even then, they're trying to hurry up the process. I told a couple of them, I'm like, damn, dog, you almost had me. Got a little impatient. I saw that. It's like when you're fishing, You wanted the nibble, and then you wanted to bite into the hook, and then you catch the cheek, then you can draw it out. Y'all just get tired of. That's why y'all will be fucking hungry. Just like somebody like just but okay. So when I was in high, this girl Kendra LeBron was amazing girl. Whatever. I've talked about it before on the show. She was it was two books that they read. It was not I Kiss Gay. It was I Kiss Dating Goodbyes, what all the Christian girls was reading in the early 2000s, and then it was He's Not That Into You.
Wasn't that a movie?
It turned into a movie. It was the original concept of Steve Harvey's Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man.
Okay.
It said shit in there, and she was telling me these things. I said, that has absolutely nothing to do with anything. If he doesn't call you every day, he does nothing. Bitch, I'm busy. I don't feel like calling you every day. Just practice. I got my ass whooped. I was in 100-degree temperatures.
Right.
Working out for 2.5 hours. Then I had to go lift weights.
No, I'm sexist for thinking this is a conspiracy.
But what they don't realize is the men who read it, what happened afterwards. That guy who wrote He's Just Not That Into You was a habitual player.
Yes.
Steve Harvey wrote you a book about how to get a man, and he married. So he had his first wife, got a divorce, married the side bitch. Got a second divorce. You know who the one Marjorie is now? Marjorie was the side bitch. He should write a book saying, baby, be the side bitch. The side bitches is winning. But nobody wants to be the side bitch. Everybody wants to be the main because you have this, the love languages thing. It's all, I'm going to express. And they'll tell you shit like, I know your love language. No, you don't. No. A man can tell you exactly what he wants, and a woman would do the opposite. She'll do what she thinks. I love fried chicken. I love fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, collard greens. I can eat the same shit every day. Keep making. You want to know what my favorite? That's my favorite meal. Make that shit. I think he wants spaghetti. That's what the thought process is sometimes.
It just comes with a T-shirt. I don't even understand. It's selling. I can sell you things that say, touch is my love language. I can make a book that a child could make and say, love language for toddlers. It's just so freaking dumb. I hate it. It can't be a new thing. You couldn't just invent the love language.
It's why I don't go to church. Church is not marketed to men. It's marketed to women. And you know what happens when you market to women? Lotus, that's funny. You're right. I'm going to write the five love languages of a successful man. One of them, be the side bitch.
You know what? That would sell. That would absolutely sell.
Hey, man, they got women out here thinking like, forget. Hoes is winning. Hoes have been winning since the Bible, dog. You over here rationing out the pussy and not getting the pussy.
Was niggas just illiterate in love before?
No, it's that love was, man, listen, I told y'all the numbers. 30% of, there's only 30%, between 30 and 35% of men are sexually active on this planet. It's the same dudes getting the pussy. And what happened was, it was probably a lower percentage back then because women was giving it to the men who deserved this shit. Remember, some of this shit that we're getting now, you used to have to fight wars to see. Like right now, I can go click on, I'm pretty sure I can go open my Twitter right now and I can go see some titties.
Oh,
just on accident. I'm trying to look for football shit. Boom, titties. Especially with Elon now not banning people from it. You can see whatever you want to see. OnlyFans. All this stuff. Anyways, we gotta go to the next. We gotta get back to sport. I don't know how we got. Oh, that was the tangent on that. Alabama was the only SEC school that got fucked over. Tennessee did as well. You can delete those. Tennessee had a very close game. Damn, you deleted the one I wanted. Nico, one of them talent, not one of them Samoan names. We'll get to it. It was up there. He went, one of my favorite movies in history is Tropic Thunder. So we need that. We do need that one. Wait for Miles to put it up because the video is there too. Yeah, scroll down. Keep scrolling down. So here's the play. Tennessee was playing Alabama. I mean, Tennessee was playing Arkansas. Arkansas, and I told we talked about this every week. I do a show with Greg McGarity, and I said what's very interesting is a coach who's a team that's successful playing against a national championship aspirations, playing against a coach who's fighting for his job. And in this situation right here, it's 4th and 5. I want to emphasize, guys, it is 4th and 5. Inside your 20, you need a touchdown to score. Everybody says about recruiting. Tennessee's recruiting very well. Nico's one of the best quarterbacks in the nation. Push play. Let's see what happens. There are no more downs, by the way. Nico, I'm gonna appeal. There's no sound.
Oh, okay.
It's just the words. Because this is what I looked when I saw it. This is what I said. Never go full tard. Rain Man, autism, good with numbers, speaks a little slow. Retard? No. Forrest Gump? Yeah. Slightly, but not full. Man was a war hero. And, no, he said, man was a goddamn war hero. Can't be retarded to be a goddamn war hero. New rules. Transfer portal or recruiting. Samoans only work on offensive and defensive line. Maybe a linebacker every now and then. Don't give me no goddamn Samoan quarterbacks, man. Give me no goddamn Samoan quarterbacks.
First it was Marcus Mariota. Downhill from there.
He never won a game that mattered. He beat Florida State to get to the championship. That man's Heisman Trophy was a Lifetime Achievement Award. Saying ugly, I need ugly ass linemen, and don't give me a Samoan quarterback. And I don't like linebackers that smile. There's a 4-star linebacker that just flipped from, I believe, Kentucky to Vanderbilt, and he has this big smile on his face, and everybody's like, "Why can't we get that at Florida State?" Because he's smiling. They ain't shit funny, dog. Tua is Kyle, come on, man. We don't need to question Tua's sexuality, man. What? He put his Tua pop. Oh, never mind. My bad. He that too, though, Kyle. He that too. He put his poly. My bad. Polynesian. I thought he was saying like, is he poly? I don't know. When I see poly, I think like polygamous, or I might think is he plural in his lifestyle. He just got good hair and he light skin, man.
Poly is just greedy.
The only people we want by are women.
It says they actually cousins.
I fucks with Torfini.
Nico, Ameliava, and DJ. It actually said they are cousins.
Makes sense. I like Lawrence Torfini though. Oh, I thought you too. Okay, yeah. I might say, man, damn dog, don't fuck with Tua like that, man. That man is on South Beach. He might be living his best life. Because Tua don't know where he at right now. Tua don't know what he is.
Yeah.
Tua they might have knocked him straight black. He out here throwing up gang signs on the football field.
Throwing up seeds.
Did you see the thing where they took the Ace Ventura when he went to the crazy hospital? And they put Tua's face on it, and they were just like checking in at the hospital to see Tua. He's at the grass, blue 32 in a skirt. Wow. CT is not funny until it is. Shout out to Brett Favre. I'm so happy to discover that he's got Parkinson's.
That is James.
It cannot happen to a better person.
Say that.
You know what? You're right. One, Monte Teo did not have an imaginary girlfriend. Monte Teo is gay. And he just didn't want to come out because he's Samoan and he was at a Catholic school. That's bro. All right. Is this the same space? Can we speak as adults and individuals here?
until we get 20,000 subscribers.
If we get 20,000 subscribers, we definitely get jammed by that point.
Yeah.
Everybody would be looking at Tails. Bunch of Tails are analysts now too, so I'll probably see him around the Super Bowl. Like, bitch, your gay ass gonna have to fucking show me one, bitch. This ass whooping you gonna get ain't imaginary. I can promise you that. So, real talk. All right, okay. I don't care how ugly you are. If you are a football player that is pretty good, there will be women that line up to you. Actually, I don't care how ugly you are. Women don't make great choices. I'm not here to knock you. There are plenty of ugly people out here, and there are ugly women. There is mid sales all the time. My point is, the only place that you found love was on fucking Facebook. Brother, you are a all-American linebacker, dog.
Oh, that's what he was on. Oh, wow.
She found, like, my brother in Christ. Just step out the door. Just say, I'm available. I want woman. Now, what happened was you're extremely single. You're not like Tim Tebow single where you're professing your fake virginity. I mean, actually, I do believe Tebow was a virgin to women. But you're professing your virginity to the world because you're a follower of Christ. That's different. I'm cool with that. I know some guys who've done that before. They are like, so again, so Luke's like, bro, even Mormons got a way to get around this. Now,
oh, don't even.
You can't. So legitimately, right? You cannot have sex on BYU's campus. They had a top running back years ago, had sex. The girl admitted it. He got kicked out of the school.
Did she also?
I don't remember because nobody gives a fuck about her. She fucked that man's career over by getting fucked. And she could have kept her mouth shut. But y'all be feeling guilty, and then that's when y'all women want to start talking about shit because you go scorched earth, and now none of y'all got stuff. If you learn how to just shut the fuck up and play, that's going to be another love language. Be the side bitch, shut the fuck up, and play your role. Like, scorched earth never works. Like right now, Cardi B got the whole world looking at her sideways. Right now, she's gonna have to tell a baby that I fucked another nigga while you were in my belly. They never think about the fact that one day you're gonna have to explain this stuff to your kids.
That's pretty.
Nobody wants to think. Now, listen, I'm a wise person and I understand how I got here. I also know my daddy, and that makes me understand. That made me know my mama in ways I don't want to know my mama. My daddy ain't have to tell me nothing. I just know. And sometimes that makes me shiver at night, but my mama grown. Luckily, I didn't have to find out about my mama being grown on social media.
Right. Selfish.
So, and I always say that, well, he shouldn't, maybe when he like finesse 2 times. Now a woman got to go tell her kids why the daddy don't want to be there no more because that wasn't their daddy. Well, what about when he stepped out with such a, what the fuck does that have to do with the kid?
Right.
So you went scorched earth, fucked everybody over. And that makes you feel good. And how exactly does this change the scenario? So yeah, you just shut the fuck up. You probably can get everything that you want. Just saying.
Selfish.
Some of y'all, your kids are going to be, the locker room is not a safe space. You're going to walk into that fucking locker room and you out there hoeing and screwing that coach. And the coach is over there looking like Forrest Gump's principal when he said, your mama sure does care about your education. Nobody wants to think that their mama a hoe, dog. It's some good hoes out here, man. It is some damn good hoes out here that's hoeing in peace and enjoying their life, getting their bills paid, and you would never know that was a hoe. Some of y'all, man, y'all just got to let the world know you a hoe. It's not how you market. It's not good marketing. Not good at all. Man, message boards have a lot to say about Josh Heupel and his decision. They were happy with Josh when he was 4-0 and how he turned the program around, but now they're not. So if you click on the message board's geniuses is one of the best follows. It shows you how stupid fan bases are. Rural Vol, Colonel Sanders, which is definitely an AI. Josh Heupel has to get in shape. No one is going to respect him, especially the refs, so long as he's looking like Coach Pillsbury Doughboy. He needs to get jacked and start demanding some respect. When I first saw it, I thought that was a bit cruel. I did not appreciate the way he said that. Oh, Polo kid. Wow. It's two ways. She was dipping it low and picking it up slow, or she was on him. Yeah, either way. You never had to worry. You never had to worry or want in your life. We'll go to. Oh man, my mama fucked college. My mom and my godmothers fucked my idea of women up. When I got to college, is when I learned what you guys are truly capable of, and you are fucking not the fairer sex. Y'all are diabolical, and don't even understand that wars have been fought over vagina, never dick. I don't just to cleanse the palate of everybody from all of this machismo talk. Let's just look at a beautiful woman real quick that is starting to get some grown woman weight, which is also funny because she does talk about being over sexualized and like this is. I mean, I appreciate this.
Those two things can't go on.
No, she does talk about it all the time. She says people only look at her. Now, what's cool about this picture with her is she has tamed the eyebrows. The eyelashes. So she don't have the llama thing going too much. But she's still bad though. Yeah. Don't give a fuck about anything she has to say. I really don't even care about WNBA basketball. I'm just clearly looking at her. By the way, women, I'm just gonna let y'all know you over sexualize yourselves. I know I don't have to touch you at all. I understand that. But I also understand you don't throw meat at lions and expect lions to not try to eat. Y'all at the Jaguars game, I am walking. I see it, y'all wear these shorts, right? Women, y'all wear these shorts, and I just don't want my women wearing these shorts. But men appreciate y'all. I'm telling you, men appreciate these shorts. They just don't appreciate their woman wearing these shorts. Right. And y'all have these shorts, right? They're worse than boy. Either you buy your boy shorts one size too small, and it showed just a little. It's not the whole cheek is out, but just a smidge of the cheek is out. Cameron Brink, that's the white girl, ain't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the bad white girl. I don't know if she can hoop at all. But I know she bad. Y'all trying to make us like Mel Gibson.
Wow.
Oh my God. Y'all trying to sell us that Mel Gibson. This is why I don't trust some people. Like y'all just know y'all trying to make it. The only reason you like Caitlyn is because of the and she's good. She is good. But y'all ain't watching Caitlyn hoop like that. Y'all just wanted her to get back on Angel. But y'all don't like Mel Gibson like that. Or I got a question if y'all really do like transmissions. So KD dating everybody, dog.
Damn.
But yeah, let's just get that off the. We gotta. Yeah, let's get that. They're probably gonna violate us for this because that's damn near porn.
Yeah, for real.
She's got a mean walk though. Mean walk. All right. Whew. Timeline cleansed. Since we saw ass, let's talk about ass. Florida State played Clemson on Saturday. To a dope Campbell Stadium that was crowded. Way more than I thought it would be. We will talk about tape. So we would do tape. Damn, that was not supposed to be there.
What was that?
No, that was for the Jags post. We'll do tape Tuesday with the where we break down the film so we can actually see if we just aren't being overly emotional about the situation. Because all I saw was Mike could have went 5. We'd be undefeated with Brock. I don't know if y'all understand how football works. By the way, I'm not saying Brock did not perform better. Kudos to Brock. Kudos to a lot of different things. But there's shit. Oh, shit. This is what Florida State looked like. I want to show that because this is what FSU fans are saying. Now, before we get to the actual picture, can you scroll up to the actual post? ESPN MMA tweets out, what an incredible effort from Khalil Roundtree Jr. This is what incredible. I'm gonna show you this is what Florida State fan. It just looked different. That's the same shit y'all said when Mike first took over from Tag, and the shit didn't look different. It actually looked worse. Maybe it got better, but it did not look better. It did not look different. What it looked like was Clemson whooped our ass, and Clemson did not capitalize like they should. Because I'm going to tell you the stats. The stats tell a completely different story from what the fuck y'all was tweeting, and y'all need to stop that shit. Let's be if we're going to be anything, let's be fucking for real. He is better than DJU, and we believe anything is better than DJU. But this is a personification of what Florida State looked like after that fucking game.
Oh, just throw away the sport.
Now, was one person told me he looked good in the first 3 rounds. That's what he looked like in the 4th round. That ain't good effort. That's a good solid ass whip. That is what 13-year-old James, when he started finding out about himself, meat looked like. That's how much he beat it. It was like that is what that man right there. I would not bet on him. Matter of fact, people talk about if we did a racial draft, he is getting traded. He is getting cut. Because I think the person that he lost to was clear. We don't want our brothers to look like this in fights. It's just like races. Like when you race, we don't want to get beat in a race. This man got beat to a pulp. Florida State, look at it. Look at it. That is what you look like right now. Tweeting out, I gave a good effort. It was a better game than what it looked like. A bullshit. Bullshit. Stop that shit, man. Shit. Most of that damage, I don't care what happened, man. I know this. I don't know what exact hit gave me CTE, but I know exactly what match gave him CTE. That motherfucker about to be out this bitch like Brett Favre.
Oh my gosh.
I hope all the bad things in the world happen to Brett Favre and only Brett Favre.
I can't even know what he did was terrible.
He's a terrible person. I just want to take the moment. I haven't done it in a while, and I appreciate Miles bringing that to my attention. I have not said. Here are the team stats as Miles goes through everything. Obviously, well, the game was 29-14. Do you know what the first down comparisons were? 28 first downs for Clemson, 14 for Florida State, 29-13, close. Passing yards were similar. 265 yards rushing. Can we show the Khalil face again?
Oh, it's still up.
Oh, it's still up. 200. That is what 265 yards of rushing looks like.
Oh.
We can click on that right here. This one right here. Sean Stafford put by the end of the 3rd quarter, it looked different. We had 18 carries for no yards.
Yeah.
Here is what everybody else had yards per carry. So can somebody do quick math for me? What is 18 divided by 0 so I can make sure that I'm on the same page as you guys? Georgia averaged 6 yards a carry. App State averaged 5 yards a carry. NC State averaged 4.7 yards a carry. And another smart school in Stanford averaged 5 yards a carry. We averaged 0 yards a carry. That's not good. We have somebody can pull out your calculator. We had 23 rushing attempts for 22 yards on the entire game. If you just lined up every Florida State rush, we wouldn't get back to where you would get where you can do a fair catch on the kickoff. It's not good. We are competing for last place on the season. And I'm going to be honest with you. When I'm going to make this hypothesis, and when we do the film study, we will see more, right? We blocked 2 field goals, right? If I remember correctly. We blocked 2 field goals. They scored 2 touchdowns. That means, what is it? That means when they went for 7 field goals, if I remember correctly, in that game.
Ugh. Oh my gosh. What a terrible game to watch.
500 yards of total, over 500 yards of total offense, 7 field goals. My brothers in Christ, Dabo could have done whatever the fuck he wanted to do. I want to tell you this, man. I always pick on Dabo and his faith, and I want to stop. I am literally going to stop. I am I, James Coleman, am wrong for that. I should never, ever mock a man for his belief. I don't do it because he believes in it. I do it because I think some of it is false. But what Dabo showed was mercy. And you're confusing Dabo's mercy and him praying to a higher power who showed their grace and mercy with us actually going out there and competing in it looking different. And you do that all the time. I'm going to promise you, if we do fire Mike, you know what everybody on the fan base is going to say? Oh, this guy. Bro, I remember time. You probably don't remember this, Miles. It bothered me because we put the tweet up on there. They said it looks like Mike walks like he wants to win. I have never fucking heard that before. At that point in our fan base, anything but Taggart was better. Anything but Taggart was better than this. Right now, we're at anything but what we have is better. And while I do believe Brock is better than DJU, I don't think that the results show that in the manner in which you believe it shows that. Because we still stunk. The interception that he threw was piss poor. But a lot of times we're like, I'll forgive it for a young guy. I won't. You don't get rollback minutes. You don't get, like, it's not the NFL, guys. You don't get more draft stuff, more draft stock or recruiting capital because of that. We can bring in any coordinator we bring in. We will see nothing but high praises from them. Any line coach, any running back coach, anybody is better than what we have when the facts are multiple things can be true. Maybe they are better, but we just still stink. That was putrid. That wasn't good. Now, extreme rights. Now, what I will tell you is where there was immediate, and this is crazy because I believe we would have won. We beat Georgia Tech. We beat Memphis. We beat who am I missing? It's not Memphis. It was the other. We damn sure beat Boston College if we play Amari Williams and Landon Thomas. You know why I can say that? Because I literally saw Kyle Murlock drop a lot of shit. One thing we can specifically state is that we could win those games with anybody at quarterback because there is only one villain here at Florida State. I have never in my life ever attacked a player because I look at these guys as nephews. I can't say little brothers because I'm way too fucking old now. But I can definitely look at them as nephews. Some of them are nieces, but most of them are nephews. I don't know if Kyle Murlock is a good person. Like I question. Sometimes I do that. Like I question if you even like the university at this point. Were you a plant? What did we do so bad to make you be so bad? Now, I'll tell you this. If I'm any wide receiver in the nation and I want to play early, I'm looking at this shit because, like, goddamn.
True.
Like, we had motherfuckers just fall. I do remember seeing that. I also remember seeing a guy catch a pass and get nope. Ew, cooties. Like he treated the ball like he had COVID. No nonsense. I believe that. You know why I believe? Because Bobby's like that too. So when we played Notre Dame my sophomore year, beat the fuck out of Notre Dame. We should have beat them more. Because Bobby called the dogs off, and he made us not play the fourth quarter. And Bobby's whole rationale in it was, we're already the worst home loss. I don't want to be the worst loss in Notre Dame history. Someone has to help me understand, are these kids really putting in the time? Click on that. That is my retort to free the youngins. Well, we can't look any worse than the old guys, man. I tell you what, I wish that the competitor in me wishes that Dabo would have. Because it can get worse. And you know what happens when you just play and you don't know what the fuck you're doing? Others can get hurt. And you Again, the proper definition of it, retard your own development. You delay your development. And I tell people is when you don't, like, people like, well, what about, he ain't gonna answer, but it'll be cool if he does, because I know he'd be busy and shit.
Danny?
No. Denny's on his way up here, actually. Let's see if he answers this. Because people be like, man, there's guys who are just practice players. And then there's guys who just are gamers. Like, you just need to see, just get them in the game and see what they do. Like, bro, I promise you, each level you go up, it's a very, very small few of people who are gamers like that. Like, you got to practice how you want to play. That's like, even I was listening to, if he doesn't answer, I know I'll play this then. You know what? Forget him. Forget Pete. Not forget him like in a bad way, but just like, y'all ain't gonna listen to that. You know, everybody, what basketball player does everybody kind of universally say that they like?
I would say like Steph Curry, because a lot of people don't like LeBron because it's political stuff.
They
So
don't like LeBron.
I would say Curry or like Giannis.
Not currently though. Like, just in general, like, who?
I'm just saying he's just too young.
What I'm saying in general, like, not just like now, like,
Oh, like Jordan,
like yeah, like
Kobe.
Jordan, but, you know, people will say, you know, bump Jordan. You know, we like LeBron. Like, that's that weird shit.
Kobe. Rest in peace, everyone.
Kobe. That was where I was going. That's where I was getting at. Damn, I can't find. Go listen to what Kobe says. Go listen to what Kobe says about practice. Like, Kobe never said that. Everybody talks about having a Mamba mentality. But Kobe says he woke up every day with a purpose to get better. Kobe practiced the way he wanted to play. Pete said not only did they practice, like, the intensity in practice was so high that you had to get better. And then they held their teammates accountable because I need you to push me. And I need to know that when I get off on this field that we're going to continue to play at a high level, because you know what happens when you don't make those around you better? It means you have to play longer. A lot of you guys are trying to regurgitate information about a lifestyle that you have no idea about. If you don't, like, for example, let's just put it like this. If you jog your routes in practice, you fuck up this thing called timing. So when the game comes, I don't know how fast you really run your go route, and I can't throw it to you the right way. So that's how you when you see a good quarterback consistently overthrow a receiver, that's why they overthrow the receiver or underthrow a guy, because they don't have the proper timing. If a line, like, I argue with our line all the time, if all you do is stop, like, our line at Mandarin has this bad job of engaging and stopping running their feet. I say keep running your feet, because my running backs need to see what the hole looks like, and they need to see it fast so they can do it in the game. You know what they always do in the game and get mad that happens? They stop running their feet and they're in the fucking way, and my back runs right into them. So instead of having a 50-yard play, we have a 5-yard run. No coach will co-sign with what you say with that. Now, I didn't ever have teammates that truly practiced bad but played in the game. We just had guys that practiced better. Like, for example, Adrian McPherson, we knew he had more talent than Chris Ricks. Clearly. Chris Ricks just practiced better than him. Adrian came in, and his ability, it wasn't so much the practice, his ability to slow the game down was better than Chris's. And that's just the difference. Now, there are differences in there, but what happened, though, was AD pushed the defense. When the twos went, we was rocking it. We was getting after it. Partially due to survival. Because if you didn't, you were going to die. Y'all can't say y'all want these elite mindsets. Y'all want maturity. and then say, oh, well, some people are just gamers. You can be a great player. You can be a good player. But the guys that y'all say are the GOATs don't embody that. When have you ever seen Michael Jordan say, you know what? Fuck it, I'm just going to go into a game? Jordan don't do it. Kobe don't do it. Bron don't do it. Tom Brady is the best quarterback. What did Tom Brady say about a guy who won't catch or a guy that he doesn't see do it in practice? I'm not fucking throwing you the ball. And then you say you want championships, right? You want championships, and then you'll bring a guy name up that ain't won no fucking championships. You ever notice that? Do you think that there's a correlation? It's a selfish mindset. It's a selfish mentality. It works if you're only cool with being good in your own right or your own strength. And again, there's no knock on it. Damn, I really wish I had that shit. I literally just fucking heard it yesterday. I was trying to save it fucking bothers me on IG. I can download some videos, but I can't download the others.
I think it's in like the creators accounts, because I think you have the option in the settings to like have my video saved or downloaded. So they just turned it off.
Man, Jordan was so competitive in practice that somebody got the best of him, and he made it his point to make that motherfucker never be able to say that shit. Like, everybody brings all the adages, but they never bring the adages you practice like you play. Or you play like you practice. You know what we do in practice when something don't work consistently against the defense? We don't run it. So miss me with that gamer shit.
I mean, muscle memory counts too.
Ooh, let's get into the science. Kind of nerd out on you for a second. When you're doing speed training, right? I'm gonna tell you how to get faster. Free game by big game. Don't have to pay me on $150 an hour for this. Outside of the technical aspect of getting your knees up, creating arm drive, and so you can create force production. When doing speed training, and this is why it's important to get full recovery before you do another sprint. If you don't train, I believe 97% to 100% of maximal effort, you are actually training yourself to get slower. I'm going to repeat that. Just so you don't even have to worry about the percentages, because a lot of you motherfuckers are super technical. Mind you, I haven't been in the business in like 4 years, so I haven't studied the book in probably about a decade, but it still remains true. If you do not sprint to maximal effort every time, you are actually training yourself to get slower, which is why you have to get fully recovered. So think about this in the maximal effort sports. That'd be your football, your basketballs, things of that nature. If you practice slow, guess what you are going to play like? Consistently across the board, not mutants that are born with more fast twitch muscles than everybody else. Most people who do not practice at a high level do not just play at a high level. All of it. You don't just cut it on and cut it off.
Same in the gym, progressive overload.
It's fucking science.
Yeah.
And yes, you can find the exception, but another phrase, the exception is not the rule.
Right.
And people keep saying Jameis wasn't a game practice player. No, Jameis was a fucking true freshman. That's why Jameis practiced the other part. And the other thing too, I'm gonna tell you this. Well, got to throw him out there. Experience is not development. All experience is doing is putting you out there. Development is coaching, how you do it the right way, and how you carry yourself in those moments. You know what? I'm going to put it to you like this. Well, a lot of y'all act like y'all understand sexual references, but a lot of y'all don't. But that's okay. But I'm going to give it to you like this. I don't want head from a girl. If a girl has given head 100 times, she is either a prostitute or she is not good at giving head because she ain't captured the motherfucker with the head yet. I have heard of women. I have been around women who that's all they say. I'm this, I'm that, and they can tell me how many partners that they've had because that stuff doesn't bother me. And I've also been with women with a very low body count that are way better, way fucking better.
I mean, if you think about it, trauma doesn't necessarily help you grow, develop.
Right.
You know, you usually have to work through it.
No,
I want to traumatize this poor.
wait, now you just used the word. Y'all ain't never been hit, man. Shit. All right.
Right.
Let me tell you what trauma does. I've seen this happen before. I've seen a quarterback get hit from the blind side by a motherfucker that weighed 275, run 4.5. And you know what happened the rest of that time? Y'all ain't never had to look over your shoulders.
Thanks. You want to look at DJU like, who hurt you?
That's what hurt him.
Who hurt you? What happened?
Why does DJU suck? He's a 4th year experience does not mean development.
Yeah.
No, but I said that, and I did say that first, sports mark. I did say now she a hoe, and that's a profession. If I'm looking for, but even then, that don't mean she's doing them well. It just means she's willing to do it, and that you don't pay a hoe for the service. You pay the hoe to go. Free game by big game. Maybe that make that. I'm really going to do what Londa said. I really do feel like I should do that. I want to make the real love languages.
Please do. I
think I'm really going to work. I'm going to look into that this week.
I'll make a bunch of reels about it. Because, I mean, they eat that stuff up and it bothers me. So
Bryce Young out here played young and is crying. Trevor Lawrence has nothing but experience.
Right. Yeah.
That man was crying, dog.
Yeah, I could understand it.
I felt like a father. I reverted to my father. I was more empathetic for him than my own son who got hurt. I was like, oh, poor Bryce. Like, it was like, I didn't even immediately go, you light-skinned motherfucker, nut up. Yeah. I went to poor kid. Oh, poor baby.
Because he knows
he's out there with those big. He's out there with those big men. Those big. What did the big man do to you? You got to. We gotta just throw you out there to the man. Y'all better just. That shit only works in Disney movies. And the Jungle Book. Yeah, you can throw a motherfucker to the wild. He'll come back with the wolves. Oh man. Damn, I want to talk about something positive.
Who are some players, if any, especially the younger guys on FSU that feel
Landon
like Landon Thomas,
Amari Williams.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. I told y'all about what experience does. Rob Scott should be better. He got hurt. You know who got abused? What year is Otto? I feel bad for him. Every time I look, it might not. I hope it's better when I watch the film because I'm going off of firsthand experience. But every time I looked and saw Otto, he was getting up off the ground.
Andre Otto?
Yeah.
It says right here he's a redshirt freshman.
Free the youngins. Maybe he should go in the weight room another. You know what? I'm gonna tell you what Free the youngins is like. You know, that's like, actually, you know what? I know, like, y'all motherfuckers like crumble cookies, the medium rare ass cookies. That's what it's like. You got some cookies that you're putting in the fucking oven, and instead of just waiting and being patient, you pull that shit out and you're trying to eat the cookie before the fucking cookie's ready. Now, I like them two tight ends. Trying to think who else I saw that was good out there. Quindarius Jones getting murdered this week, but it didn't work as well as it worked the previous weeks. Their wide receivers are pretty damn good, though. You know what I saw this weekend that I don't that fucking them DEI wide receivers was out there cooking, man. When I looked and saw White out there, wide receiver for Clemson, and we get there's even no pride. We used to be a proper country. Even the white coaches looked over there and said, you know what? That's a white wide receiver. We finna fuck this guy up. Their coach went out there with all the faith and confidence. And you know what else that happened to? It happened to the Jacks. Happened to the Jacks. I'm gonna go back and watch the film. We'll talk more about this here probably tomorrow, Tape Tuesday. Lot to go down, lot to go into. Was it as good as we all thought it was, or was it worse? So I don't think 500 yards total offense is good at anything. I don't think 22 yards rushing is good. I don't think 23 for 41 is good per se. I think when we say shit like this is the best pro football performance passing game we've ever had, is like being the tallest midget. You're still short. But I got the Miami stuff, but I got a lot of info I want to give into the Miami thing because I watched that game. That game was only thing I'm gonna say about Miami first, right? And then I'm gonna get it. We'll talk about Miami on Wednesday, Luke. I promise, because I got a lot, including kind of making fun of Playmaker, but at the same time, at the end of that game, like with that last drive, I'm like, come on, give me a bump of what you got, Playmaker. This motherfucker was on.
Yeah,
He's on all fours.
He was doggy style. I was sitting there like, why is he assuming the position? Like, what is going on here, Playmaker? Like, cocaine's a hell of a drug. But let's talk about the Jags. And I'm gonna do Jags tape. I got all the video. I'm gonna tell you this right here, with you some bitches. We can do this. Fuck that shit. Fuck those guys. I gotta talk about them enough, man. It's hurting me. Yeah, there's some good shit happening in the NFL too. When I'm in the press, like I'm at a Jags home game, guys, I'm in the press box. So I'm watching from basically the all 22 angle. So we're going to start this off by giving attention to the people who created it. Just because you have coach in your name does not mean you're a fucking coach. Not that one. That's Wig. Wig got a good point. Keep going. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, no, that's it. My bad. Go back to the next one. Now, I'm going to tell you why this stood out to me. For my parlay. I had Britain. I needed Gabe Davis to score a touchdown. Anytime touchdown by Gabe Davis to 50 yards. And I needed an touchdown by Travis Etienne. And I think like 40 yards or some shit like that. And I joked, thanks, Trevor, for throwing to Britton Strange and not Gabe Davis, who was wide the fuck open. Not like I got a parlay with them on Hard Rock or anything. Empty drive with no points. I liked it. I did like the play calling, but Gus just kicked the fucking field goal, brethren. I'm tired of coaches being racist to kickers. Now, scroll down. This is when you have dialogue with the fan base. And this is where a motherfucker just thinks that I'm just somebody. I was like, okay, press, try it again. Robert Ryan, Coach Rob, go back and watch it, bro. Not Trevor. Indy disguises the look at the snap. His first read was middle, which is where both Gabe Davis and Britton Strange were. To the middle to read the window that Gabe would go into. Indy was rolling. So he trailed down to Strange, which Strange was literally right in front of them. There was levels. So this is where a guy starts talking a little bit of football knowledge that he has. The motherfucker does not know who the fuck I am. Clearly. He follows me, but he doesn't know who I am. Scroll down. I'm like, brother, I'm in the press box and I have the video. Great. So then I assume it shouldn't be hard for you to see.
Yeah, that nigga's funny. Got your ass.
Read middle first. No shit. They were mad. Come scroll down. I'm gonna click on that. Now click on that because that's where the quote is. It's in there.
Click this.
Yeah, click that. Now scroll down. And he said a sack. He could have got sacked. So I post the fucking thing for his notes. Scroll down. Do we see any comment now? But click on that just for his notes. Since everybody wanted to be a fucking football guy. The guy that he threw to, there are 3 motherfuckers on him. No, go up.
Oh, here.
Yes.
Wow.
It is, don't matter what it is 4th fucking down. Is he going to class? Will he get a first down right here? It is not. Football is not as complicated as you guys make it seem. Now, his look is middle. He throws to Britton Strange. The guy who I wanted him to throw to is at the 20, literally right behind Strange.
Yeah.
How is that hard? He said sack. Now, can we get the arrow there? Can they see the arrow?
Yeah, I believe
That is Trevor Lawrence. in the pocket, in what is believed to be an incredible pocket.
Yeah, aren't these guys on the floor? Like, there's no pressure.
And he said, roll. Oh, God, a roll coverage. There is not. They are too high. They aren't rolling anywhere. Roll would mean the safety would either, that safety at the top, that's literally on the 10, would be coming down on Gabe Davis. And then that guy who's on to the right would be coming up. Or they would shift. They did not fucking roll. This is why I hate you people. You listen to NFL Countdown, you watch analysts, they talk a little bit about stuff, they use some words that you don't even know what they mean. And then you get the gall to come up and talk to people who literally walk it like they talked it, have literally lived this life, literally know what the fuck they're looking for. I'll tell you that you want in it for anybody who wants to know how to read football. You don't got to know the name of the coverage. You don't got to know all the fancy stuff. It's called motherfucker ball. It is literally, it's 11 men on offense, 11 men on defense. The game is designed for there to be more motherfuckers on one side and less motherfuckers on the other one. You know where you want to run, when you want to do the run game, you know where you need to run the ball? Where there's less motherfuckers. You want to throw the ball, you know where you should throw the ball? Where there's less motherfuckers. It's called motherfucker ball. That ain't motherfucker ball right there. Now, Trevor had his best game of the season. He also threw a fucking interception trying to force it to where, class, more motherfuckers was at. He did this exact same thing, except for it was a deep pass to Brian Thomas Jr., and I believe he had Christian Kirk that was available right there on that one. But we'll talk about that later. But I had to stress this because it's not bothering me that somebody challenged me. I love great discussion. But in that, you didn't even realize that you were already, again, I said I had the video and I had that, and you said, good, you'll see. And then you didn't have the decency when you were proven wrong to be like, you know what? My fucking bad. You know what I would do if you corrected me and I was wrong? I'd be like, hey, man, you're right. Now we had a great discourse in the discussion. You get to go brag to your friends at the bar that you got an analyst. You got the better of an analyst. Instead, you fucking stepped up when nobody asked you anything. And you were wrong after and then you doubled down. And then when the proof come out, you be like, damn, I appreciate that. Nobody else is doing those kind of things, James. It's the same shit I did last week when I told everybody that Press Taylor called a good game. I said, Press Taylor called a good game. No, is this a Press Taylor burner account? They say, Press, we know that's you. I'm like, yes, Press Taylor is going to pretend to be a big black man with dreads.
That would be funny.
That would be funny. But the crazy part in all of this, he called the same. And then what happens is this is as close to what the casual fan will get to all 22. Like, do you know how much money you have to pay to get all 22? And I'm just giving it to you for free? I'm out here blessing the nation, blessing Jaguar Nation, and motherfuckers out here telling me we got roll coverage. And ain't a shit rolled about that. All right. Go get some more highlights. Let's click on this right here. This would be I'm going to show you guys. Yeah. One, don't bench. He is the better running back of the two.
Now I'm going to have him start.
But you know what's going to happen now? Now he's not going to do shit. That's just how the game works.
Yeah, Tank Bigsby, he had 13 carries, 101 yards. Longest was a 65-yarder.
Yeah, this is what we have.
2 TDs.
This is what we have right here. Now, there are some things that he did good. There's some things that he did bad on this. But he learned his lesson from last week. Don't play with your food. Go ahead and eat. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just audio is me. So I own this clip, so they'll take the other. I have to take the other NFL. Hold on, pause before we even get into this. I want us to take a second.
Yeah, break the play down for the casuals.
Appreciate what the Jaguars are doing here. We call this Houston. Excuse me, two tights personnel. Houston's no fullback. Two tights personnel. So what that means is you have two tight ends. Or 22 personnel if you want to get technical and you want to use those fancy fucking phrases and shit to your friends. 22 means we have two tight ends, two backs. Guys, do you see what this is? Why the whole success of this play I don't even know if he made the block or not. But the whole success of this play is because you have a fullback in it. We're getting serious here, man. The Jags have not implemented a fullback all year. They win a game and they use a fullback. You know why the Cowboys won? Fullback screen. They got them into scoring range. And all they had to do was give it to the fullback again, but you know, Dak likes to make it exciting. One wide receiver over there, one safety high. So with this, you know, obviously there's not a lot of great throws in this. You got to do play action on this unless you feel like you play a game with that. They've got they're in a 4 down. They've got basically a safety walked up, so that makes it, you know, it gives you that. We have outside backers here. Let's just go ahead and this is what people would call a loaded box. Why you can't run into a loaded box? Best you can, and we'll watch what they do. Can you go ahead and put this on slow motion so we can, or at least half speed? All right, let's see what we got here. Boom. So they bring the guy out. So, go back. This is one of my favorite plays at Florida State. We would call this at Florida State 34 pitchback. Now, why does Indianapolis fall for this? I have no idea. They have never shown that they give the fullback the ball. So they fake the fullback dive and you do the pitch. Now, what happens is they play sound ball. They go with the pitch. You have 81 block. Now the person who really makes this play for the Jags is a Colt. Go back a little bit. 97. Where are you going, my friend? Mon frere. He is literally, like he's there. If he would have just done his job, he makes the play. Yeah. But let's watch. Just keep your eyes on 97.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And then you break the arm tackle. And then go back. This is another where go back. I'm gonna show you the fuck ups. Now look at the tackle that releases. So he pitches no hitter. Goes hip, no hitter. He didn't block the floor. This guy doesn't no hitter. And this is just good running.
Oh yeah. Don't get.
Now he's slowing down for some reason. Now you should have learned your lesson last week.
You really tried.
Do you still feel like this win, even though it was the first one of the season, do you feel like it's still a little shaky, not to where you would like to see things being played?
I would have loved to see them finish the game better. But that being said, a win's a win. The NFL is designed to have close games. You were up 14 points. You should not have had, the defense did not close the game the way that they should, which is indicative of so they've had 5 games. 4 games were 1-score games. They were leading at some point in all of those games. The defense did not do what their job was supposed to do. And they more so lost the game. The difference is this game, the offense kept scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Houston, they could not come up with another score, which gave Houston the ball with 4 minutes left. Now, I will also say the defense, while they didn't perform, they blew it toward the end. They did play very, very well, and we'll get to some other stuff. But that's just a clip. I will probably be doing tape Thursdays for the Jaguars. We'll break down every offensive play for the Jacksonville Jaguars. If you want to learn football, you want to not be able to just use random phrases and shit so you don't look like a fucking idiot talking to somebody who knows ball, probably come listen to it or just listen to it live or just come check it out after we post it after the live is done. So we can take that off and go to the next thing. Good run all in all. Tank had 2 really, really good runs. Delete that out. Here's Trevor Lawrence's. I like that. The next gen numbers. I like this because it shows you where all he threw the ball. And I mean, he was money. I mean, I think he threw 6 incompletions, one of them being the interception. If you see the red dot there, it was deep. But what was ironic is it was a corner route, but he had I think the under route. Yeah, the under route was too deep, but he had a dig that was wide open. He had 2 guys that were just under that, 3 because the 3 guys jumped with Brian Thomas Jr. If he would have just been patient and thrown it there, he would have been fine. What's crazy is he actually pumped and he knew he had the guy, but I think he gambled going for it. But we see to be honest with you, 3 of the 4 deep shots he had, he completed to somebody. One of them was to the other team, but he didn't overthrow anybody this game, which is the biggest difference between what's been happening. Is that Trevor played the way that you're supposed to play, and it's always been in him, and that's what's the frustrating thing. Now, it's not that press is just calling a bad game. That will get you, I always say this, that will get you fired if you don't get them under control. But Trevor right now, you have Brian Thomas Jr., who is becoming a number 1 threat, who is really, really good, can take the top off of the defense. You have Gabe Davis. You have Christian Kirk, who's probably one of the best number 2 wide receivers that played in the NFL. He just eclipsed 5,000 yards receiving yesterday. And then you've got I'm missing somebody. Evan Ingram's not even there, but both tight ends did very, very well this game. I was shocked. It's everything. And then Travis Etienne does well in the pass game. Take is much better in the run game. Everything revolves about one person playing better. If that one person plays better, the Jaguars will make a run.
Just a little dink and dunk, or am I wrong?
I think this is well spread out.
Bunch behind the line of scrimmage. I guess
there are some screens, or excuse me, swing routes, so dump offs. So but they made those into big plays. Really, where you want to be at, and what people don't, because the game is so quick, the hashes are tighter, the defensive line is coming out. You got to get rid of Trevor's game is getting rid of the ball. So what we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 shots. So anything over 10 yards to me is basically is a good enough shot. Okay. You have 10 passes over 10 yards. That's solid. And then most of his his mid game, which is 5 or more, is like that's pretty good. Probably that means they were taken off the top of the defense. Oh, hold on. I got my guy returning. We can go back a little bit. Hey, Pete, what's up, bro?
What up, JC?
Hey, man, it was something you was telling me the other day. What are your thoughts about how did you practice when you played at Florida State?
Well, we practice. We made sure we practice every day. Cause we didn't want the next person behind us feel like he could play.
Like, did y'all practice hard, or were y'all like taking it off, or y'all just trying to be gamers, or did y'all like really get after it?
Listen, the game was easy because we practiced hard. You know that.
Well, no, it's just a lot of people are doing this gamer talk stuff.
Level.
So
we competed every day, bro. We did one-on-ones every single day. The loser one-on-ones had to do gashes. So what that tell you?
Y'all had something to fight for.
What? We were getting it in.
Yeah, and I was just thinking because I know there are guys that we've all been around that they always do cut it on at practice, but like I tell them that's like few and far in between. Like you gotta if you're not giving that effort in practice, there's no way they know you're going to do it in a game, right?
I didn't hear you. Your phone breaking.
Oh, I was saying there are people that's just saying that this ideology that you have to there's some people who are just gamers, and that's true. But like for the most part, everybody's like making each other better, right? In practice. And I know for me, I didn't fear nothing on the field because I knew what I saw in practice was better than what I would see on the field.
Exactly. That's my whole point. That's why I said the game was easy, because I'm going against like Tay Cody, Reggie Durden, Mario, Cook. I'm going against some boys every single day, and when they talking trash, we talking trash, we competing. And when we get back in the locker room, bro, it's all love. Yeah. And then on Saturday, we like, but I know you ain't better than what I've been seeing.
And I guess that's the other thing, too. It ain't even just about you being a gamer. It's about you actually made your teammates better because they like, damn, I got to go up against Pete. Man, this guy a duck compared to that.
And I'm going first. If you ask anybody, we do one-on-one, I'm going first. We do best on best, I'm going. You already know that. I'm on it.
Yeah, man, I was just trying to think. I was just making sure because I be feeling like I'm crazy. But that's my problem. That's my fault. I'm letting people who ain't never been great at nothing talking the same sentences as me. So that's my bad. But I just wanted to make sure I wasn't crazy.
You got to separate yourself. You already know that. You know what you're talking about.
That problem. All right, bro. I'll let you. You going to North Carolina? Or you done with these boys?
Yeah, I'm going to Carolina.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm going to do a tailgate.
I'm on it.
All right, bro. Yep.
What time the game is?
Man, I don't know, man. I don't even know, bro. Like they making a point. Man, they making a point to put us on national TV. I think they mad at them boys.
Bro, listen, bro. They trying to expose us, man.
Yeah, man. I told them this bullying, dog. I'm gonna call the police on them, dog. You're not supposed to bully people in this new culture, dog. Like, but they damn sure bullying the fuck out of us.
But what you think it is, dog? I know you're gonna keep it G. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk, bro. I'll let you know.
We'll talk about it.
All right, bro. Man, appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Shit, man, my phone won't goddamn hang up. Oh, there we go. All right. So y'all I'm just a fullback. That was Florida State legend Peter Ward. Y'all take from that what you will. So when y'all over here listening to that dumb shit from people who ain't never ran a gasser before, he said, for you who don't know what a gasser is, that is basically, there's two ways to run it. You can run the full length of a field, 110 yards down and 110 yards back, or you can go the full width of a field over and back twice. So four sideline to sideline sprints. Believe it or not, the length of the field is probably easier because you're not doing much change of direction. None of it is what the fuck you want to do by losing. So like just putting that out there. But anyways, I just figured we'll go back. That's somebody who calls you answer the phone. And we are doing a tailgate, I guess, for North Carolina. If he's going, unless it's a noon game, I don't do noon kicks, but he will be there more than likely. So if you would like to meet him and ask somebody who's actually done shit for real and been a first round pick, been considered the best player in college football, had he not gotten like a $25 t-shirt from dealers for free, I'm sure he got more than that. But you can go ask him. So yeah.
Yeah, they didn't drop the time for the game yet, but in the chat it said Miss Adrian said that's the FAMU homecoming.
That is FAMU homecoming. So it probably will be more than likely. Which FAMU's homecoming at 5? FAMU's homecoming is set because they don't have to worry about TV and shit like we do. I'm not trying to knock FAMU. I'm just saying they don't.
I'll just read the chat. Yeah, nobody said anything in the chat yet.
FAMU's homecoming is at 4. It'll probably be at. They'll probably is one or two things. It's only either gonna be a noon kick or prime time. They are not gonna do a 3:30 kick with FAMU playing. So we either doing it or we not. So I'm not sure. Long story short, I'm tired. Jags won. I'll do a Jags breakdown. That's pretty good. Let's click on something else. Get this maybe just keep the positivity flowing. Oh, this is the Brian Thomas junior touchdown right here. This is a pretty cool thing here. So we can see like with the graphics. Oh, it's 21 the one that did the Superman that hole on him? Yeah. Oh no, it's probably 22. 22 miles per hour. Dope. I like when I know it's not the way I read it. I know it's not the way it's going to sound how I wanted it to sound. But the Jags won with the rookie kicker, Cameron Little, came up big. Let's listen to how he felt about hitting the game winner.
Right down Main Street, brother. Right down the
Main Street, not by the stadium, but you keep venturing down Main Street if you want to in Jacksonville. You will see a lot of culture. That's how we'll say. That'd be the new buzzword. We'll see a lot of culture down there if you keep going down there. When you get past that Popeyes, brother. Right now. There is a nice little, they are trying to gentrify it a little bit over that way. This is how I know. It's a nice little coffee shop. I had the best muffin. It was a blueberry honey muffin with something else. It was amazing. But anyways, man, appreciate y'all for chopping up with me. We always try to keep it real all the time. But we try to keep it real, but we try to keep it real. So like shout out to Brock. I hope those young boys get it together. But as a fan base, we can argue, we can cry, we can complain, but let's make sure we're doing it like properly, like as adults. Yeah. So, damn. Damn, they made you use 7 days of PTO and you ain't the wow. I mean, part of me, like the humanity in me, right, is like that's fucked up. The business owner in me is like, I got to do what I got to do, right? I can't just pay you and not make no money. But that's why I wish they would kind of try to do some different things. But anyways, on that note, we'll see you guys on Wednesday for the live show. Make sure you're checking us out for the you're checking us out for all the other shit. And yeah, peace.